What is up, Drama Alert Nation? I'm your host, Killer Keemstar. Let's get right into the news. Today we have a very serious topic. I'm sure you can tell by the title and thumbnail. On the line, we have Eva, who uploaded this video last night to YouTube, The Truth About Danny Duncan, where she goes into details about a relationship she started with Danny Duncan when she was 14 and he was 24. And apparently this started in 2016. Is that correct?
Yes.
Can you speak up just a tad?
Yeah, sorry.
So what happens? You're a fan, you reach out to him and you guys just start talking?
Yeah, I slid up on one of his Snapchat stories, I think with like laughing emojis or something, and I didn't really think he would respond, but then he did, and from then on, we started talking.
So you start talking back and forth. I'm sure he asked your age, right?
Yeah, he did know that I was in high school, and he didn't seem to
Well,
care.
what age did you tell him you were?
15, but I was 14.
So you lied about your age. You said you were 15.
I did end up telling him after like a month. I was like, by the way, I'm actually 14.
Okay. So he knew you were 14 at some point. Now,
Yeah.
what were these conversations back and forth in 2016, when you were 14?
Well, at first, I would just kind of talk to him about stuff kind of like referencing the videos, and it was like that for a few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Like just kind of normal conversations, but then after a few weeks that's when it kind of started getting like sexual.
And you were talking to him on Snapchat, correct?
Yeah, it was pretty much almost always on Snapchat.
All right. So the Snapchat you were talking to him on is the Danny Duncan 69. Now that's his old Snapchat.
Yeah, that's the one that he had linked in all of his videos back then.
Right. Now you have proof that you guys were talking back and forth because
Yeah, we had a streak, and then we were also on each other's best friends list.
Okay.
Which is what that emoji means.
So you're sending him pictures. Is he sending you pictures?
Yeah, like all the time. It would be almost all day.
Okay. And he's sending you pictures of what?
Like his.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got it. We got it. Wow. Okay. So you're sending pictures back and forth. How long does this go on for?
Almost 4 years, because we stopped talking in like early 2020.
You stopped talking in early 2020. It's going on for 4 years. Did you meet up with him?
Yeah, one time when I was 16 and he was 26.
And he came to you, you went to him. How did this happen?
He flew to me. He was already mad at me because of when I had, in his words, flaked on him before when he tried to come to see me.
Now, how old are you the first time he was trying to come to see you?
That was August 2018, so I was 16.
You were 16. Okay.
Yeah.
So at the age of 16, after 2 years of sending videos and pictures back and forth between both of you, he decides to actually come and do the deed. Why did you flake the first time? What happened?
I honestly just really wasn't ready, and I was really, really nervous, and I was scared of what he was going to say if I tried to cancel, because he kept telling me like how expensive the flight was and that I better not flake. And that was the night of my
You had an attempt. You had how do we word this? You went to the hospital for self harm, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I told him that I was going to the hospital before I went, because I wasn't going to have my phone. And he was just mad that I wouldn't let him come visit me. And I kept saying, like, how would I explain to my parents why Danny Duncan is coming to visit me?
Right.
And I don't understand. But then when I got out of the hospital after that week, I just had a bunch of messages of him being mad because I had flaked.
So eventually he does come and see you, and you don't flake on him. How old are you when he comes to see you? Like what happens then?
I was still 16.
Okay.
And he Ubered me to his hotel room. He came straight to the city I lived in. like literally the next day. I was like, what are you doing tomorrow? And he was here the next day.
And you guys did the deed. He's what,
Yeah.
26 at the time? You're 16.
Yeah. And
Now, I asked if there's like what kind of proof that you have that this went down, or who are the witnesses or whatever. You said your friend was with you when you were FaceTiming him back and forth right before you guys ended up hooking up. And your friend sent in an audio clip of basically, what she saw. We're going to play that now. Roll it.
So back in December 2018, I was hanging out with her and she was showing me how she was talking to Danny on Snapchat. I was 15 and she was 16 and they were sending Snapchats back and forth in which he had sent her multiple nude pictures. Later in the night, Danny called her on FaceTime and I stayed in the room while they were on the phone. But during the call, he wanted to see her like chest area bouncing and she asked me to jump on the bed so it would bounce. And I remember afterwards she told me that he was planning to visit her once she was 18, but at the time we didn't realize that she was being taken advantage of like she was.
Wow. Okay. So other than your friend, who else knew that you had this relationship with Danny Duncan? Did like people at school know?
everyone at my school knew. Like
Literally
I
everyone
feel
at
like
your high school
yeah,
knew.
like I don't like dox my high school, but like literally everyone at school, like because he would Snapchat me while I was in class and stuff, and people would watch because everyone thought it was like cool.
And well, obviously you're, famous guy Snapchatting you. You're showing it off to other people or whatever, right?
Yeah, like my friends knew. Like we thought it was cool. We thought it was crazy. It's like, oh, why is Danny Duncan, talking to me? He did meet me when I was like I was a virgin. I hadn't really done anything, and then um, this is
So
kind of
Danny
like,
Duncan took your
but
virginity?
no, he didn't take my virginity, but he did know about like everything that happened. Like, cause I lost it to SA, and he knew that, and he was like there for me or whatever. But then at the same time, he was a grown man grooming me. So, but he knew everything that went on in my life because like I trusted him.
I mean, if these allegations are true, he's 20. It starts when he's 24 and you're 14. I mean, that is grooming if these allegations are true. You talked something about him paying you off. Can you explain that? Like what do you mean by him paying you off?
I wouldn't like in the situation he wasn't necessarily paying me off. Like I had some family issues that I
Mhm.
don't really want to elaborate on, but he knew why I needed the money and he was willing to give it to me. But
How much money
the
did he give you?
$1,200, and I don't know, just it just felt like the only reason he did it was because he was scared of what I might ever say, because all the time he would tell me like you could ruin my career, you could get me put in jail. So
How did he give you the $1,200? Is there a paper trail of this?
I mean, I guess I do have another witness, which is the guy who retrieved the money for me. But I was supposed to go to his tour and he was going to get me and a friend in. He was like, don't worry about a ticket. I'll just get you in. But then last minute, as the time got closer, he was like, oh no, I don't want you to come. Like, I'm so scared. Like, I don't want people to like see me around you. Like, people are going to know. And so last minute, he didn't want me to go. And I told him, but my friend already got a ticket with meet and greet and everything. And I think it was Danny's idea that he could give the money to my friend to bring to me.
So he gives the money to your friend, and then your friend gives you the money, the
Yeah,
$1,200. Is it
but
cash?
he wrapped, yeah, it was in cash, but he wrapped it in a tour T-shirt and rubber banded it, and it was just like, give this shirt to your friend. And he didn't think that my friend knew about the money.
Oh, so your friend actually looked inside of the shirt.
Yeah, well, my friend knew what was going on because I told him, because like
Right.
I did need the money.
Do you have text conversations going back and forth with each other at all? Or is it all in Snapchat you're communicating with him?
Well, I did, but they were on my old phones, and I tried to like check in my iCloud, but the only message I have left that came from him was the one that said bounce, which was when I was with my friend on that day.
And he wanted the friend to jump on the bed.
Yeah, and
Okay.
so the text from me to him when he was on tour, but he was responding to me on Snapchat, but that's why I was like, check Snapchat.
People are gonna want to know they're going to want to see proof. And the main thing people are going to say is why social media? Why come forward with this? Why not go to the police?
Well, I did try going to the police. Told me the guy didn't know what he was talking about, and he didn't really listen to me. And he just said he only listened about the part when we met up. And
Mm-hmm.
he said, just because you're 18 now and you regret it doesn't mean there's anything I can do. But actually, it's breaking federal law because he crossed state lines, and he didn't even know that.
Well, the age of consent, the way I understand it, in your state is 16, and you hooked up with him when he was when you were 16, excuse me, and he was 26, correct?
Yeah, but since he flew here and he crossed state lines, it's still breaking federal law because I wasn't 18.
Well, the law broken that I see is, if these allegations are true, is, I mean, when you're 14, he's sending pictures to you and you're
Yeah.
sending pictures to him, and it's all happening on Snapchat.
And that's what the cop told me. The cop told me, he was like, if you can prove that with a timestamp, then there's something you can do. And then I actually found those things. So I do have them now, but I can't post that on the internet.
Right, because they're nudes.
Yeah, I can't. I can't post that.
You can't post graphic pictures on the internet. Okay. Yeah. Well, now that you have this, are you going to go file an actual police report? Because I know we did reach out to Danny Duncan's people, and they basically denied all the allegations.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I can say it came from Danny Duncan's team. I was instructed to say publicly to you, the audience, that somebody close to Danny Duncan is saying that these allegations are untrue. So they wouldn't even go on record and say Danny Duncan is saying it's untrue. I have to say someone's close. Well, anyhow, which I found was super fishy. But, I want to put that out there that someone close to Danny Duncan is saying that these allegations are untrue. All right. I mean, we're just going to have to leave it at that. But, are you going to go to the police and file a police report now that you have, this evidence?
Yeah, I think now I'm ready because since I've gone through years of stuff, I really have compiled enough of those pictures with timestamps.
Do you think there's more victims? Do you think there's more underage girls that Danny was interacting with?
I know for sure there are. There was another girl who actually posted proof as well with pictures with him and everything.
What happened to that girl?
I don't really want to speak on it because, it's her thing to speak on. But
because I do know this. I mean, he
might want to come out now that I've come out too. She might feel safer about it.
I do know this. Danny Duncan has very, very passionate fans. And
yeah.
I know you made a TikTok and you just got, this was in 2020?
Yeah, and it was awful, the harassment I got. And I knew that it was going to kind of happen again when I came out again, but it's just, I'm trying to do it for the greater good because I know there are other girls out there because I had multiple reach out to me when I came out last year, with their own proof. So,
do your parents know about this situation?
My mom does.
Whew. We'll do a follow-up with you after you file the police report. That's one thing that, anyone listening to this story is going to want to see. They're going to see a police report. If they see that, even that in their minds, this is a serious allegation. So,
yeah.
Well,
I mean, it's serious. It's caused me a lot of grief and a lot of therapy. So,
well, I'm sorry that, you went through this and, I don't know. We're going to have to leave it at that, but we're going to stand this story, ladies and gentlemen. If there are more, allegations that come out from other people, we'll keep you up to date on all of that.